Hi guys, it's Eileen from Now There's a Crafty Idea, and I'm back again with a nice another video. Sorry, I'm moving the camera. In our Ladybird Fairy Tale Junk Journal series. So we've put the pages together, we've done some decoration on them. I wanted to do a little bit of sewing because I wanted to put some bits of lace and things in. But what I want to do is I want to get the ephemera in place first before I start deciding on where I'm going to sew on the pages. We haven't sewn the signatures in yet, so we can still move things about. So I wanted to start on some ephemera so I know what's going where, and then I can decide on what kind of embellishments I want to put on, like with the sewing machine. Excuse my voice, I've had the flu and I'm just getting over it. So the two pieces I want to work on today, they're pretty simple, and I've been enjoying making these. And what I've done is I've made up a whole, because there are 9 books that I'm making in the series, I've made up a whole selection. Put words on, stickers on, different flowers on. And so I'm going to quickly do one of them. That's the example I've been using. And the other piece is this little booklet that I've made. Now this is a great one for using up your 6x6 pieces. And it's filled with little journal cards and tickets and little bits of ephemera and just all sorts of little goody stuff. So we're going to make one of them, because again I've made up a whole batch of them, because obviously we have got quite a few books in this series. So we'll start with this one. I'm just going to move these out of the way. And what I've done, instead of you watching me cut everything out, I've just pre-cut everything so it's all ready to go. I had these envelopes. Now you can use any size of envelope. These ones, what size are they? Let's see. These ones are 7.5 by 19 centimeters. I got them. I can't remember where I got them. I think it was at a car boot sale. Anyway, so I've just I've sealed them all up, and then I've just cut the very top, and then I've folded them on the bottom to give us a pocket. Then what I did was I got some papers. Again, this is 6x6 papers. It's another great way of using them up. I think that goes that way. No, it goes that way. And I've cut them out. Happily, my paper trimmer has got a nice wavy line, so I think you can see. I'll put that one. It's got a nice wavy cut line, and it just gives a little bit of extra decoration. You don't have to have that. It's you know, use what you've got. Now we need our ink, because I want to ink everything before I put it on. These are so simple to make. We don't need to ink the bottom. They're so simple to make and so effective, and you can customize them to any kind of theme that you're doing. You can put birds on them, mushrooms on them, and I've chosen some pieces of ephemera. These are fussy cut pieces that I've got out of a book. You can use stickers, you could put bits of fabric on them, you could put text on them, you know, just anything that you've got lying about, and customize them. So I'm just going to quickly, I don't want it to be obvious that this is a white envelope. I think I've told you before, I'm not that keen on white space. I think it's because I always panic about what to put into it. I like to write stories as well, and there's nothing worse than a blank page. Oh, it's scary. So there we go. Now I'm just going to quickly get my, where have I put it? There it is. My gluing on book. And we'll start with this one. Like I said, these are easy to do, and if you're going to do a few of them, cutting out all the papers together, it just makes it quicker and easier to do, which is what I did. I just cut a load of papers together so that I would have them ready to go. And as you can see, now that this is on, you can't really see the white around. Oh, my voice is terrible at the minute. This flu, it's been awful. It started with a sore throat and 2 weeks later I'm still not right. I'm supposed to be going for the flu injection. Yeah. Kind of missed out on that one. And I've cut the papers just slightly smaller than the envelope. I mean, I could give you all of the measurements and that, but really, to be honest, you work with what envelopes you've got. So your envelope's not going to be the same size as mine. But what I've done is I've cut them slightly smaller so you can see there's a little bit of a border around. You can cut them right up to the edge of your envelope if you want. It's a personal choice. Now these, I've got some die cuts, and I just cut out a few of these because they're fairy tale journals, and this die cut, to me, it looks like a beautiful antique mirror. So I've cut them out, and that actually do look like an antique frame or mirror. And I'm gonna heavily ink the edge because I want it to look like the edge is the frame, if you understand what I mean. I want it to look like this centre bit is like a separate area. And there we go. A little bit more there. And it kind of gives it an almost wood effect. I mean, that looks great. I'm loving that. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take off a little bit extra, and then I'm just, move that glue. I'm going to gently brush across because I want it to look like it's aged. There we go. And you're not going to see all of that because it's going to have the image on the front of it. And again, straight up with a glue stick. I think this page needs to come up. There's another journal card. The problem is I make journal cards faster than I can prepare them and put them into service. And I'm just going to dab around this edge. You could use the art glitter glue on this if you've got the fine nib. I'm just going to dab it round. At the end of the day, I'm not rubbing the glue across it, so it's alright. Just centre that a bit. And there we go. And just give it a good press. Now to our image. So I've chosen to put the bird there. I think it's quite pretty, and again it goes along with our fairy tale theme. So I'll just give this a bit of an ink. I scour the second-hand bookstores and markets for books that I can use for fussy cutting, because it's hard to get them where it's not an actual photograph. Actually getting a drawn image, it's not as easy as you think. I've really given a really good ink. So I scour the place for them, so when I find them I'm over the moon. And I've been to a local flea market today and I found 3 in one day. I'm just so over the moon. I'll do a whole video to show you what I found because I got some great pieces. I think you need to come on a bit of an angle. So yeah, I'll be putting a whole video on to show everybody what I got, because I got a great haul today. You know, some days you go to the markets and there's nothing, and you can, you know, there's just nothing that you want, nothing that can be useful, and you can spend the whole day searching and come up with nothing. And then some days you go, and I wasn't even supposed to be going today, and you come up with the best things. Isn't it weird? I'm just going to get rid of some of that. There we go. And I'm going to put that across the bottom. Now on some of them I've put die cut butterflies. Some of them I've put like a little tag, it will come back to me. My brain's not working. And then just decorated that. And then on a couple of them I've just put little words. So that, again, this is one of those things, it's very customizable. You can make it what you want, and I've made them all very slightly different, even though the process is the same. I've made them all very slightly different because I want all of the journals, even though they are all in the same series, I want them all to be individual. And the reason I'm using the bird is because a couple of the fairy tales that mention birds, so I thought that would be nice in one of those that does. The last thing you need to do for this, and I don't know if I've got one cut, I'll show you the one that I've already made, is to make a tag. And that all I've done is I've took some scrapbook paper, I've used an edge punch to do the top, but you needn't do that, you can cut it into a tag shape. And then I've just collaged the back with some bits of old music paper, but I've used the edge of the music paper so it's all nice and aged for people to write on. And then when I pop this in the into the book, what I think I'll do, it can go on the edge of the page and it can become a tuck spot. There's another tag. Or you can make it into a pocket at the top, or you can make it into a side pocket. It's completely up to you which way you're going to do them. I think I'm going to use them as tuck spots, so I'll be gluing down this side and this side. And that's one piece made, and we'll be putting that in to the journals very soon. Now the second piece, again, it's very easy, and I'll show you how easy. I mean, this is just a 6x6. I don't take I don't say that these are mine. I've seen them on Pinterest, or I've seen them on videos. And you just want to fold it, just eyeball it. You want a little bit of space, and then you're just going to fold it over again. And there we go. And that's your basic book. Now, and make sure that you get these edges nice and tight. You see how it's trying to push it out. You can trim them if you want to later on, there's no problem with that. Just want to make sure I've got that right. There we go. There's my bone folder. There we go. Now I've got a corner punch, and all I'm going to do is all the way around. Oh, that one didn't work, did it? That's better. No, it's not. Oh, it's playing up today. There we go, got it. And this one. There we go. Now, I'm going to use the art glitter glue. And all I'm going to do is put a bead up this way. And a bead up that way. Oh, my art glitter glue is volcanoing out. Just get me. I hate when it does that because I hate waste. There we go. Now we're going to press that down, give it a good rub. I have to clean this mat afterwards. And then you just fold that. You can trim off these. You can see there's like little, sorry I'm out of shot. You can see there's little white bits. We're going to just trim that off. It doesn't matter if it goes over a bit because it can always be trimmed. There we go. And then ink all that up, and I've got some various bits of ephemera to go into it. So pop in a little card, another little card, and some tickets. I love these little tickets because you can write little notes on the back of them, and they're just cute. And then just another piece of ephemera, and here we go. And what I've done as well is I've cut up the papers that I needed to. I coffee dyed A4 papers, so I had to trim them down for the journals because the journals are not A4. So what the strips that were left, all I've done is I've got some stamps, and I've checked the copyright on all the stamps. It's absolutely fine. And I've just stamped with lots of different ones so that it gives you this kind of collage stamp effect. And then just fold it in half and in half again, and that's a nice little journaling spot. And that will be inside. Oh, we've lost one of our tickets. And that will be inside like that. There we go. And then you've got a nice little booklet. Now on the front of these I've used a little bit of paper. This is from a vintage German book. I hope you can see this. Hold on, I'll see if I can zoom you in a bit. I love the font on this. It's beautiful, isn't it? So yeah, sorry, there we go. So I'm using that. I've just inked around the edge of it. You can use music paper. On these ones I've used music paper. There we go. Give that a press down. And then I need to pick out a flower. Let's get me ephemera. I think a little one. Something little. I really need to organise my ephemera folders. And then give that a quick ink. And a little bit of glue. And there we go. And that matches beautifully with the background. And I'm just going to give the background a quick ink as well. You can't really tell that much on this paper because of the way it's patterned, but it does give you just that finished edge, and it takes away any white edges from where you've been cutting. Which I think it just finishes it off. Some people prefer not to ink. I mean, it is a personal thing. It's completely up to you whether you want to ink your work or not. Personally, I love the aesthetic of it. I didn't ink this paper because, as you can see, it's already got that inked pattern, but if you were going to ink it, then obviously do it before you glue it. It makes it so much easier. I think I'm always just too in a hurry to get things done, and I'm just going to gently go across. There we go. Take away some of that white. And that is basically it. It's basically our little pocket. I've just made up little bits of ephemera. I've got the Tim Holtz tickets. And these I've just cut out with a die cut on my die cut machine, and then I've just stamped a little mushroom on. Just little bits and pieces. You can put in these whatever you want. You could make specific journal cards, but there we go, and there's another one done. So they make a gorgeous little book to tuck into your journal. You can also use these again if you wanted to. Well, I'll move this page. You can use these on the corner of a page, glue down there and down there, and you've got a little tuck spot too. And then when you open them up, you've got your little ephemera inside. So that's 2 pieces of ephemera we've made for our journal series, and I'll be I've got another few pieces that I'm going to make. Which I'm working on at the moment. I'm trying to figure out one which I've really enjoyed doing is this one. It's a little file folder, and when you open it up, you've got a little fold out piece here. It's a pocket, and then some pockets here, and I've just put some bits of ephemera in. So the next video I do, we're going to be making these. I've got them all cut out and ready to go, and then I'm going to make some tags and a few more different pockets and pieces that we're going to put in. So please do come back and watch those videos. I hope that you found this one helpful. I hope that you're enjoying the channel. If you are, please do drop a like and subscribe. It would be a big help to me, because I'm trying to build this channel, and I really could do with the help. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do come back again and have fun crafting. Bye.